Russia's role in Iran's most precise drone strikes is now under intense scrutiny as Washington investigates a possible intelligence link. Fresh questions are emerging over whether Vladimir Putin quietly helped Iran identify and strike CIA-linked targets across the Middle East. Could Russian technology and intelligence have made Iran's most sophisticated drone attacks possible? Investigators are examining whether Moscow has opened a new shadow front against the United States through its partnership with Tehran. U.S. investigators have launched a new probe after Iranian drones struck sites reportedly linked to the CIA. Officials are examining whether Russia secretly helped Iran identify U.S. intelligence targets, according to Reuters. No final conclusion has been reached, but the investigation remains active as analysts review the evidence. The inquiry follows a series of increasingly accurate Iranian drone attacks across the Gulf region. Investigators are examining whether Moscow supplied targeting data or advanced drone technology to Iran. The precision of the attacks has raised fresh questions about possible Russian assistance behind the scenes. Western intelligence believes Russia may have helped identify CIA-linked targets across the Middle East. If confirmed, the findings would mark a significant escalation in Russia-Iran military cooperation. Reports say at least 2 CIA-linked facilities were struck during Iran's drone campaign earlier this year. One of the reported targets was the CIA station inside the U.S. Embassy compound in Riyadh. Another CIA-linked site in eastern Iraq was also reportedly hit during the coordinated attacks. Reuters sources say additional intelligence facilities may have been targeted as well. The exact number and locations of the affected CIA sites remain classified. One source described the total as more than one site, but fewer than a dozen. Western officials believe Iran may have deployed Russian-enhanced Shahed drones in the attacks. One drone reportedly breached the embassy compound before another exploded inside. Investigators are studying whether Russian navigation technology significantly improved the drone's strike accuracy. The Kometa-M satellite guidance system has become a key focus of the ongoing investigation. U.S. analysts are investigating whether Russia supplied precise targeting data for the embassy strike. Some officials argue Iran may simply have been targeting the embassy rather than a CIA facility. Others believe only a handful of countries, including Russia, possess the capability to provide such intelligence. If confirmed, the findings could reveal a much deeper level of Russian involvement against U.S. intelligence operations. For now, officials stress that the investigation remains ongoing and no final assessment has been reached. In the latest round of tit-for-tat exchanges, Iran continued raining missiles and drones on America's Gulf allies, intensifying the regional battlefield. On July 22nd, the IRGC claimed its forces delivered major blows to multiple U.S. military bases stationed across Jordan. Iran's elite Revolutionary Guards named the latest wave of attacks inside Jordan as Operation Al-Barq, presenting it as a major military campaign. According to Press TV, the IRGC targeted Jordan's Al Faisal and Prince Hassan air bases, both hosting key American military assets. Iran claimed F-15 fighter jets, military drones, and helicopters stationed at the 2 U.S. bases were deliberately placed in its crosshairs. According to IRNA, Iran claimed the strikes destroyed 8 newly deployed US MQ-9 Reaper drones while leaving 2 others heavily damaged. The IRGC further asserted that its operation in Jordan also inflicted damage on 2 heavy-duty American military helicopters. Press TV further claimed the Iranian strikes left several American troops either injured or killed during the latest barrage. Iran also recalled that 3 US soldiers were killed in an earlier attack on a military base in Jordan on July 17th. The IRGC further alleged that housing blocks and service buildings inside Jordan's Azraq air base also came under direct attack. Jordan's armed forces, however, maintained that Iranian drones were successfully intercepted and destroyed before reaching their intended targets. Beyond Jordan, American military installations in Kuwait and Bahrain also reportedly came under an intense onslaught of Iranian missiles and drones. Iran claimed its Arosh drone struck equipment depots and aircraft hangars inside Bahrain's strategically important Sheikh Isa air base. Iran said its drones targeted U.S. military facilities at Camp Doha in Kuwait on July 22 during its latest round of attacks. According to Iran's Tasnim news agency, the strikes hit ammunition depots and logistics equipment used by U.S. ground forces. Tehran described the operation as a direct response to what it called repeated U.S. military aggression against Iran. Iranian officials said the country's armed forces remained fully prepared to respond to any further U.S. military action in the region. Amid the reported attacks, Kuwait said its air defense systems were intercepting hostile drones over parts of the country. Iran described Camp Doha as a major U.S. military support hub responsible for troop deployments and logistical operations. Meanwhile, Al Jazeera reported that Kuwaitis began rationing electricity after strikes reportedly damaged parts of the national power grid. Kuwaiti authorities said conservation measures helped reduce pressure on the electricity network during periods of peak demand.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Have you ever wondered what happens when a banking dynasty meets tides of world history, intrigue, and a dash of myth?
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.